White Street, house number 25, is a big, expensive house. Old Mr. James Biden lives there. He worked for many years, and has a lot of money. He is old, and doesn't work. A man drives his car for him. A woman makes her food. A boy brings the newspaper to him. Mr. Biden sits in his big chair and smiles. He is a happy man. Mr. Biden calls his son Robert.
Come here, I want to talk.
Mr. Biden's son comes in and sits down. He is a quiet young man of 22.
Yes, Father?
Robert, the men on this street are gentlemen. They come from good families and have a lot of money. Money can open a lot of doors for you.
Mr. Biden says it with a smile.
It can open some doors, Father, but not every door.
Robert says.
My son, don't say that. We have no problems. Ask people on the street. Ask your friends. What door doesn't open with money?
Mr. Biden asks.
Money can't buy a place at the table with the right people.
Robert says.
You're wrong, young man.
His father says, and he looks into his son's eyes.
Son, the families of these men didn't always have a lot of money. They know about work. You make a lot of money with a lot of work.
Robert is quiet.
Son, what's the problem? Are you sick? What's wrong? You can talk to me.
Mr. Biden says.
Father, I'm not sick. I have a good home, an interesting job, and a smart old father. But...
What's her name?
Mr. Biden asks.
Oh, Father. She's beautiful and very special. Her name is Elisa Siragusa. She's the only woman for me.
Robert says.
Talk to her. Dance with her. Walk in the rain with her. She's going to love you, too.
His father says.
You're a good young man. You're special, too.
But she's always with people.
Robert says.
I never had any time with her. She never has time for me.
Robert. Take some money and buy some time with her. Talk to her about your love.
The old man says.
I can't.
Robert says.
She's going to Europe by boat tomorrow morning. She's going to stay there for 2 years. This evening I'm going to take her to the theater, but it's a very short drive. I'm not going to have much time with her, and you can't buy her time.
Okay, Robert, now I understand. Your love for her is very strong, but she doesn't know about it. That's your problem.
Mr. Biden says.
She can't know because there isn't time.
Robert says. He's very unhappy.
Your money can't talk to her.
At 8 o'clock in the evening, Robert goes to the beautiful young woman's house.
Good evening, Robert.
Miss Siragusa says.
Mother and Father is waiting for us at the theater. I don't want to be late.
To Crystal's Theater, please.
Robert says to the driver. At 34th Street, the car stops.
What's wrong?
Robert asks.
I'm sorry, Mr. Biden.
The driver says.
There are cars to the left, to the right, and behind us. We can't move. Every car in New York is sitting here.
Oh, Robert. Are we going to be late?
Miss Siragusa asks.
I'm very sorry, Elisa. No theater for us this evening.
Robert says.
That's okay. I don't like theater very much. I'm happy here in the car with you.
Miss Siragusa says.
Are you?
Robert asks with a smile. Later that evening, Robert walks into his father's office. The old man is reading his newspaper.
Father,
Robert says.
Elisa and I are in love.
Very good, Robert. I'm happy for you.
His father says.
We talked and talked. She loves me. You see, money can't buy love.
Robert says. Then the happy young man goes to bed. But let's finish his story. At 7 o'clock in the morning, Mr. Kelly comes to the door of Mr. Biden's house.
Good morning, Mr. Kelly.
Mr. Biden says.
You did a good job yesterday evening. Here's your $5,000.
It was difficult, Mr. Biden. The drivers of the cars wanted $10 and the policeman wanted $50. But cars stopped for us on every street. Did it all go well?
Mr. Kelly asks.
Well. Yes. It was beautiful. Let's drink to love and to money.